So the second part is velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement with the respect of time. So delta S divided by delta t, or we can write it as ds over dt. So v equal to ds over dt. So oppositely, if you have the s, you have the s. If you have the v, if you have the s, you can do ds over dt to get the v. But if you have the v, you can do the s equal to integration of v dt. Okay, some question they will give you v, you have to calculate s, you do this one. Or if you have the s, you want to calculate the v, you do the ds over dt. Okay, so we will discuss of we have seen the displacement. There is also positive and negative. For velocity also they will have positive and negative. So from the same case, let's say we have this one, reference point, component start from here, moving to the front, turn direction, up here, and then turn and stop from here. Okay, same. So we draw the path from here, going there, and stop here. Okay, let's say start from rest, go and stop at this location. This is reference point. Okay, so the direction where it move, to the front, go to the back, and turn that way. Okay, let's say this position A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so for the displacement, they put all the component to the right is positive, to the left is negative. But for the displacement, for the velocity, the positive and negative depend on the direction where it moves, not the location. Okay, so for example, we have this one. When it moves to this direction, here, all the velocity is positive. Same as this one, move to this direction, even though it is to the back of reference point, v equal to positive. Okay, along this line from here to there, you have negative displacement. Okay, so displacement, velocity, positive, this direction, negative, opposite direction. Okay, so if I'm heading to this direction, all is positive. Later on, I'm heading to that direction, everything will be negative velocity. Okay, not depend on the position but the direction. And we have three conditions where v equal to 0. First one, start from rest. If the question said to you the particles start from rest, so we have the first one here, start from rest, v equal to 0. Second one, finally stop. Okay, if the question said the particle moving and then stop at E, so this point is here, v equal to 0. And the third one, the one that we will use a lot in our calculation is change direction. Okay, change direction. We really have to understand this one. So the point where we change direction here, we have 2 points. One is here, the other one is this point. Okay, so here is VC and VE equal to 0 at these 2 points, because it only moves in the straight line. It goes here. To change the direction to go to backward, it must first stop for a split second before it can change direction. So it goes straight. If I want to turn, I have to stop and then change direction to this one. So at the point where particle change direction, the velocity must be 0. Okay, so this is for the velocity. So the last one is acceleration. Acceleration, by definition, it is the rate of change of velocity with the respect to the time. So A equal to dv over d delta v divided by delta t, or A dv over dt. Okay, rate of change of velocity with the respect to the time. Or if you have the A, you can calculate the V. V equal to integration of A dt. Okay, if the question gives you the V, you can calculate the A, or if you give A, you can oppositely calculate the V. Okay, so from displacement and acceleration velocity, we have discussed the positive, negative of these two, and the zero, V equal to 0. So here also we can have that position. So A, acceleration. Okay, positive acceleration and negative acceleration. Okay, positive acceleration, the acceleration is positive when V increase. Okay, if velocity increase, let's say we start the car and then we push on the pedal, okay, on the acceleration pedal, so the car moving and increase the velocity, so the acceleration will be positive. But if you push on the brake, the velocity will decrease. Okay, so the A will be negative acceleration. Okay, and there is also the condition where A equal to 0. Okay, when V increase, A positive, V decrease, A negative, A 0 when V equal to constant. Okay, because it is rate of change of velocity. Okay, let's say in this case V increase. The V2, delta V is V2 minus V1 divided by delta T. So if, let's say, in this case V2 increase, meaning that V2 bigger than V1. So let's say 20 minus 10 divided by delta T. Okay, V2, this is V2, this is V1. So we have positive. In this case, V decrease, meaning that V2 is smaller than V1. So 10 minus 20 divided by delta T. So that's why we have negative. But here we have V2 and V1 same value. So 10 minus 10 divided by delta T. So this one 10 minus 10 will be 0. So the acceleration will be 0. Okay. There is also a condition where the V equal to 0, A is not necessarily 0. Okay, in some condition where there's no velocity, A is 0, yes. But in some condition, even though the velocity is 0, A might not be 0. You really have to check on this one. For example, if I'm having this figure, okay. This is velocity against time. Okay, so the particle moving from this point, we put on the pedal, on the braking pedal, so the velocity will decrease until one point and then change direction. Okay, go straight and then change direction to the backward and stop at here. This is the velocity. Okay, this is the velocity. Okay, so in this case, let's see here, we have the velocity which is decreased. When velocity decrease, the acceleration will be this point. The acceleration will be, this is A, this is T. Acceleration will be negative. This is negative value downward. Acceleration will be negative. It decreases constantly, so acceleration will be negative. But at this point, we have V equal to 0. Okay, but even though V equal to 0, the acceleration is still, we have the same value up to there. Because what we do is, it is delta V divided by delta T. So delta V is this one. Delta V. This is delta T. So we have the value for delta V. So along this one, V, even though this V2 is 0, 0 minus something, let's say this is 10. 0 minus 10, we still have the value, minus 10. And then here, if this is 10, 10 minus 10 minus 10. So we still have minus 20. So anywhere we calculate, even though this is 0, there will still be the value for acceleration. Okay, there's some condition where v equal to 0, but the acceleration is not equal to 0. So